مرحلة تخبط تعيشها أفغانستان التي سقطت بسرعة كبيرة بيد طالبان، فالأفغان يخشون العيش في كنف تلك الجماعة المتشددة بعدما خبروها جيدا في السابق. لذلك تجدهم يهربون تاركين خلفهم جنى العمر، غير آبهين لنتائج المغامرة القاسية. ففي المشهد الأفغاني الذي نراه من خلال ما يتسرب إلينا وما يصلنا، يمكن القول إن الأوضاع مزرية للغاية، لكن ما الذي يحاك في الخفاء؟ ربما في كل أزمة من هذا النوع لعبة دولية أبطالها طامحون طامعون، لكن في أفغانستان الأمر لا يحتاج الكثير من التفكير والتمحيص. الصين واحدة من هذه الدول الطامحة والطامعة، وهي حتى قبل سقوط كابول بأسابيع كانت تستقبل وفدا من طالبان، لكن في الحقيقة أن مخططها يمتد لأعوام كثيرة إلى الوراء، إذ أن العلاقة بين بيجين وطالبان لم تنقطع.
Mr. Yogich, first of all, how would you sum up China's strategy in Afghanistan?
China sees the situation in Afghanistan primarily in security terms. You know, for China, its primary interest is that the terrorist groups over there, particularly those which are aimed against China, such as the East Turkestan Islamic Movement and the Al-Qaeda, the Islamic State, which have been supporting the East Turkestan Islamic Movement, that their activities should be checked by the Taliban. And they should not be allowed to infiltrate into the Xinjiang or the Central Asian regions, nor they should be allowed to impact the Chinese projects and Chinese interest and Chinese personnel working in Pakistan, Central Asia, Central Asian countries, and so on.
تملك أفغانستان ثروة معدنية هائلة، لكن استغلال هذه الثروة يفترض توفر سلام واستقرار في البلاد، حيث شهية الصين مفتوحة للغاية، لكنها في الفترة السابقة لم تكن متحمسة لدعم الحكومة الأفغانية السابقة.
And then, of course, China is saying that Afghanistan should have a more inclusive, a more representative government, and a more peace and stability. And in case Afghanistan is able to achieve that, then China will be happy, Chinese companies will be happy to invest more in the extraction of oil, minerals, and other economic cooperation projects. So these are the broad objectives of China. And of course, there are others, but these are the key objectives.
Well, today China is negotiating directly with Taliban. In your opinion, will they, Taliban fulfill the promises they made to Beijing?
Well, Chinese strategy is basically working at 3-4 levels. The first level is directly with the Taliban. China has maintained regular contacts with the Taliban right from 1999, till from the time of Mullah Omar, when it came to the conclusion that Taliban is going to play an important role in a future government of Afghanistan. So since then, China has maintained contacts with Taliban, as also with the government of the day, like the Ghani government recently, or the other preceding governments. China has tried to maintain contacts with all important parties and also with local leaders, local tribal chiefs, and so on. So at one level, China's interest is directly to sort of negotiate with Taliban. And in that regard, China had invited a Taliban delegation led by its senior leader, Mullah Baradar, to Beijing just a few days back before Taliban occupied Kabul. And during that meeting, China laid down its conditions very clearly. And Taliban, of course, promised China that, yes, they would not allow the ETIM and other groups to infiltrate into China, and that They would welcome the Chinese investments in Afghanistan and so on. So all those promises were made to China. But mind you, China is also aware that, often these promises have not been kept by the Taliban. And after that meeting, the Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi, he ordered that the Chinese nationals, most of the Chinese nationals, should be withdrawn from Afghanistan. Then at another level, China is trying to team up with Pakistan, its iron brother, and trying to work out some sort of cooperative arrangements. But with among three of them, that is China, Pakistan, Afghanistan. Then China is also pursuing its cooperation with Russia.
Taliban always asserts that Al-Qaeda does not exist in Afghanistan, and it's a matter of many doubts based on official information and statement in the previous government. What could you add on this?
The issues are somewhat complex here. For instance, the Al-Qaeda. Now, Al-Qaeda is present in several provinces of Afghanistan. Now, Taliban promised to the Americans that they would disassociate themselves from the Al-Qaeda and that they would not allow Al-Qaeda to grow. But everyone knows that Taliban did nothing except making those promises. Those promises were never implemented. Similarly, about ETIM and Islamic Union of Uzbekistan and other terror groups, Taliban has been good in making promises, but problem is that most of the recruitment for these terror groups, it comes from the same place, the Pakistan-Afghanistan bordering areas. And these people have fought together for years and years and years. They come from the same families, they come from the same region, they have close ties of kinship, they have worked together, they have struggled together against the foreign forces. So suddenly, it's very difficult for Taliban to turn against these.
إذن تواصل الصين اتصالاتها مع كل اللاعبين الرئيسيين، وهي تراقب تطور الوضع في أفغانستان عن كثب. فتلك البلاد المضطربة لن تغيب عن عين الصين وبالها لدواعٍ أمنية واقتصادية مهمة. بكل الأحوال تقول المعلومات أن جهاز الاستخبارات الباكستانية الذي يوجه أو يساعد طالبان بطرق مختلفة يحاول إقناعهم بتشكيل حكومة جامعة نوعا ما تضمن على الأقل مشاركة المجموعات الإثنية الكبرى. لكن السؤال: إلى أي مدى ستصغي طالبان لباكستان؟